All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to start talking about graphing. Okay, we're going to jump right in with some examples. We now have everything that we need to know to graph any parabola. Okay, well, any parabola where the vertex is at the origin at this point. We'll talk about any vertex after this. So let's do some examples of how to graph these. Let's take this one. This is x squared equals negative 12y. Okay. Now first they want us to identify the vertex, focus, and the focal diameter. Okay. So first of all, let's write this in the right form so we can see what's what. So x squared equals what? 4 times negative 3y, right? So 4 is always supposed to be there, so p is negative 3 then. Okay? So now here's the other thing too. X is squared, right? And so that means that this is going, the axis symmetry is the y-axis, okay? And since p is negative, this is opening downward, okay? So let's graph this like we would for a homework assignment. Okay, so this is going to be at negative 3, so let's okay, so that means if it's opening downward, it's doing something like this. And so now, well, if it's opening down, we know that the focus is going to be here at 0, negative 3. That means directrix is going to be here, equidistant from the vertex, and that's going to be at y equals 3. Okay, so the vertex is going to be at obviously the origin. The vertex is 0, 0. The focus is at 0, negative 3. Now the other thing they want us to find is the focal diameter. So the focal diameter, if you recall, is the diameter, the length of what? The latus rectum. Right? So this is the latus rectum, and so we need to know what that distance is. Okay? Now, how do we find that? Well, we know these points have to be at negative 3 as the y, right? So if y is negative 3, let's plug it in. So x squared equals negative 12 times negative 3, which means x squared equals what? 36. Notice how the negative signs cancel. They should, right? Because we can't take the square root of a negative number. So now if we take the square root of both sides, we get x equals plus or minus the square root of 36, which is equal to plus or minus 6. And so there we go. We got our 2 points. So this is going to be 6 comma negative 3, and this will be negative 6 comma negative 3. And so now we know that both points are 6 units from the y-axis, so that means that the focal diameter is equal to 12. All right, not bad. Now B says, identify the endpoints of the latus rectum and graph the parabola. Okay, so I did that already. So I kind of did the graph first, right? So here's the graph. Here's the endpoints for the latus rectum. There it is. Okay. And then we want to write the equation of the directrix. Okay, so I did that. There's the equation of the directrix. And also the equation of the axis of symmetry. So now the axis of symmetry is the y-axis. So the axis of symmetry is what? It's going to be, oops, not y. X equal to 0. And that's it. We answered all the questions. Not bad. Let's go and do another one.